What's going on, guys? KonDcnT here, and once again I'm late to the party. But yesterday, Infinity Ward had bestowed upon us their campaign trailer for Infinite Warfare. And this has already started off the cycle that we deal with every year of just all the hype being built up and all the buzz on Call of Duty. So you've got your hype guys that may get a little kickback from Activision. They're making videos and they're commentating and they're saying that, you know, it's going to be the greatest COD in the world. It looks amazing. They can't wait to get their hands on it because the current version of Call of Duty is stale. Then you got your negative guys that basically they're looking at things and they're not seeing parts of the game just from this short minute and 15-second trailer, if it's even that. And it's going to be the worst Call of Duty. It's going to suck. They're not buying it. And the big thing, I guess, now is like boots on the ground. They want boots on the ground and everything. So, you know, they're creating that negative buzz. The thing is, they're both doing Activision a favor because they're creating buzz and people are talking about the game. And what they said, even negative publicity is still publicity. So people were talking about it, and so you got your negative and you got your positive guys, and then you got the guys that are kind of in between. They realize it's just a campaign trailer and you can't really tell too much on how the multiplayer is going to be. If anything, this is just kind of giving you a prologue to what your gaming experience or what the story behind, you know, this installment of Call of Duty is going to be. And you know, a lot of them aren't really giving their opinions until they see the multiplayer at E3, and probably not until they play the beta. So I'm kind of, you know, looking at the Call of Duty trailer, it didn't really feel like Call of Duty. As far as the Infinite Warfare, just the whole space thing, I didn't really get the vibe of Call of Duty. I'm not saying that it's not going to be a good game. It didn't feel like Call of Duty to me. As far as the advanced movements go, I've kind of grown to like them. I mean, I like the boost sliding. The wall running is kind of cool. I think the exosuits were a little overkill, but I really don't mind the whole slide and moving around the map faster, or having ways to move around the map quicker, as long as the maps are designed in a manner that they spawn with this advanced movement in mind. I think Advanced Warfare had problems with the spawning because you could move around the map so quickly. So it was fairly easy to spawn trap. Now that was just one of the many issues with Advanced Warfare. The weapon variants were kind of bad, and they introduced the whole supply drop thing, which is carrying on into Black Ops 3, of course. But you know, their variants were definitely, I guess you could say, pay to win. That term gets thrown around quite a bit now in the gaming community. So with the whole futuristic thing, I'm not sure why people were surprised that Infinity Ward's installment of Call of Duty was going to be anything but, you know, what we got, a space themed. And I think the issue is that the words Call of Duty are in front of the title, because this game, I mean, Infinite Warfare could possibly sell on its own. I mean, the storyline seems pretty on par with a lot of the sci-fi space shooters, and I think having Call of Duty, you know, in front of it helps it out, but it also hinders it because the community, as we all know, it's pretty toxic. They're hard to please, and you know, you can't make everybody happy. But what Infinity Ward did, and what I named this video was, you know, is it going to be garbage or is it genius? Infinite Warfare. And I'm thinking it's genius. And, you know, I'm not a rocket scientist or anything. So, I mean, this is going to be, you guys have probably figured this out already, the point I'm trying to bring, but just bear with me. Everybody, the positives and the negatives and the in-between, everybody, the three that I've categorized, the people on that are talking buzz about, you know, Infinite Warfare and the trailer and everything, they all had something in common. They all were very excited about the Modern Warfare Remastered. And people have certain theories that before the stream yesterday that it wouldn't have multiplayer because that would cut into the people that would play Infinite Warfare, and so a lot of people thought it was just campaigns. Well, they're gonna have multiplayer in there. They announced it. Also, I mean, in the stream, the guys were very the head developer. I cannot remember his name. I should have wrote his name down, but he was very passionate about Infinite Warfare. He said this was a game that they wanted to make. Nobody was going to tell them that they couldn't make it. Nobody was going to stop them from making the game. And I think that's really cool that you have developers that are very passionate about what they're doing. I think that'll translate over into a better gaming experience for the player. But, they wanted to do this, and they were very passionate about it. But they probably also saw how the community kind of their opinions on the advanced warfare, the advanced movement, this new futuristic sci-fi space kind of theme, and it didn't really embrace it. They were against the sci-fi. Even Black Ops 3 got some backlash because it wasn't entirely boots on the ground. So they probably saw that, and they realized they had a bargaining chip because they did have Ghost, and Ghost was not the most accepted of Call of Duties. I think several have called it the worst Call of Duty in COD history. So, Infinity Ward, they pretty much, I mean, whether it's self-proclaimed or proclaimed by the community, they've got one more shot to make a decent Call of Duty. So they really wanted to do this futuristic sci-fi kind of space warfare kind of thing. And they saw how the reactions were to Advanced Warfare and even the futuristic cybernetics of Black Ops 3. And they probably realized, oh shit, the community's probably not going to be too happy that we're bringing out this Infinite Warfare with the space theme, and we have spaceships, and we're probably going to be doing multiplayer on different planets, and we're keeping the advanced movement. So they had a bargaining chip, and that was Modern Warfare. With Modern Warfare, you're going to get those nostalgia guys that are wanting boots on the ground. They want that experience. They're offering it multiplayer, so everybody that I've heard on the negatives that don't want Infinite Warfare, they're just going to buy it for Modern Warfare. You guys aren't realizing you're going to pay $80 for basically a remastered Call of Duty from 2007, so it's, 9 years old. You're paying $80 for a 9-year-old video game. Remastered graphics and everything. For the people that want the next installment of the remastered, they love Call of Duty, and all the Call of Duties, the next one, they just love it. They want to be current. You're paying $80 for the next installment of Call of Duty. See, in the equation, Activision is getting $80 no matter how you look at it. Whether you hate the new direction or the futuristic direction or sci-fi direction that Infinite Warfare is going, you're still going to pay $80 to get a remastered, the boots on the ground experience, but with next gen graphics. So I think it's pretty genius on their part. I mean, they're hedging their bets. They've realized that this may not be accepted, but they're going to give the community something that they can offer with the multiplayer. With multiplayer comes DLC, and if you don't think Modern Warfare is going to have DLC, you're crazy. They're only offering 10 maps, and I believe there was 16 on the first Modern Warfare, maybe 14. Either way, there's only 10 maps, so the other maps are probably going to be offered to you in DLC. There's probably going to be some kind of season pass. What's the usual season pass? $50 on Call of Duties? They're probably going to push it up to like 70 or 80, about the price of what you're going to pay for the remastered Modern Warfare and the new Infinite Warfare. So $160 for a multiplayer experience of your choice. Then you can argue, well, it's going to be Modern Warfare, so we don't have to worry about those pesky supply drops. Do you really think Activision's going to miss an opportunity? They're supply drop crazy. Treyarch, I mean, you could tell by the way they introduced their supply drops that they didn't really agree with it. They only wanted to keep it cosmetic, but Activision saw a lot of people weren't really buying at the rate once they reduced how long it took you, or they increased how long it took you to get actual crypto keys. They saw the numbers that people weren't really paying the extra money to get COD points to buy these supply drops. So what they do, they put weapons in. Now, the weapons, I mean, I wouldn't consider them pay to win, although the Marshall 16 is probably the best pistol in the game, and, you know, it basically takes a string of luck to get, so, you know, I'm kind of looking down on Treyarch on that one. They probably should nerf that, just so, you know, it's fair, because if you run into somebody with a dual-wield Marshall 16s, I mean, you're done. There's nothing you can do, and dual wield with those, I've been outranged several times with a shotgun, with an Argus to be exact, with my shot dead on in the one-shot kill range. So, you know, but Activision, I mean, baby needs a new pair of shoes every year, and you're going to be the ones paying for it. So, you're crazy if you think Activision isn't going to put supply drops in the Modern Warfare. I hope they don't, but I guarantee that when remastering, they told Activision to give the option that if they want to do it and they see like DLC sales and supply drop sales, you know, declining, that, you know, because people were playing Modern Warfare instead of Infinite Warfare, they like the nostalgia more. They're going to give you an option for supply drops on there. Who knows? It could be weapons from, you know, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, other Call of Duties. It could very well be pay to win. Infinity Ward, I mean, their back is against the wall here. They've got one shot. As I said, it's proclaimed by the community. They have one shot to do it right and give the community, you know, a COD they approve of. So, you know, they've got to go all or nothing. So I could see them putting weapons in. There could be different variants, or possibly like, you know, weapons that were kind of OP that kind of give you an edge over somebody that didn't pay, you know, $100 for, you know, 50 supply drops or whatever the rate they're going to charge. But you're going to have supply drops in there. And if you don't think you are, I mean, I would love to come back and look at this in November and say, you know what, guys, I was completely wrong on this. They didn't have supply drops. You know, they wanted to give you the nostalgic experience because, you know, they appreciate you as a gamer and as a fan of Call of Duty, and, you know, they just wanted to do something that was selfless. They felt like the $80, you know, the extra $20 you're going to pay for the game, that was payment enough, and they just want you guys to enjoy the nostalgia factor. I mean, that would be awesome, but I'm not holding my breath on it because I'm pretty sure, you know, Activision, I mean, they're a greedy little piglet and they want to get fed, and they're going to get fed through these supply drop money. I mean, that's what's going to happen. Either way, you're going to pay $80 for whatever experience you want, and you're going to get stuck with the supply drops. I'm predicting it now. I'm calling it now. There probably will be supply drops in Modern Warfare. And I think it's genius on Infinity Ward's part. Actually, maybe it's not genius. Maybe that was wrong on my part to say, you know, genius. I mean, it's pretty smart because people are going to buy it either way. But maybe, just maybe, it's a desperate act. I mean, that's probably the more logical stand on it. But, you know, it's pretty smart. I mean, you're going to get the experience you want. For all the ones that are screaming boots on the ground, they're going to get their boots on the ground experience. For those that like the advanced movement and, you know, are standing behind, spending, you know, doing 100 supply drop openings because they spent $100 on however many COD points they needed. You know, they're going to be happy too. At the end of the day, I mean, Activision's getting paid. I mean, did you think they weren't? I mean, they've been doing this for a very long time. It's not their first rodeo. They're going to get their money either way, no matter where your stance is on boots on the ground, anti-advanced movement, or, you know, let's go with a new futuristic COD. It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, Call of Duty's gonna get their money, and you, the gamer, you're gonna pay for it. So, why don't you guys tell me what you think about it? My name's KonDcnT, and I'm out.